Day 27. We are literally on the last lap of this upgrade. The Spiritual Upgrade Challenge, 31 days. Oh my goodness. But we have not crossed the finishing line yet. And we've got so much more upgrading to do because it's not over till it's over. So if you're watching the replay, hashtag replay, let me know you're here. Oh my goodness. So I got up. I want to talk about humble hunger today and ego. I want to talk a little bit more about ego. There's just so many things I have to talk to you about. So we're going to have to flow over a lot of these conversations in the spiritual membership. But I want to talk to you about humble hunger. This is something that came through today on a clarity call with a beautiful being who is joining Magnificent Mediumship. I'm so excited. But we're going to talk about humbleness. We're going to talk about hunger. We're going to talk about ego today. And first of all, I've got to celebrate with you guys, right? So what are you celebrating? What are you celebrating? So I'm celebrating getting up at 3:45 this morning. And last week I got up at 3 a.m. because I'm hungry to learn, but also humble enough to be flexible. But I'm celebrating doing over 15 hours worth of trainings and coaching in this community. There is over 15 hours. I just tried to do the maths. I was like, I'm on here for an average of half an hour. It's been 27 days. There's been a couple of days where we've had integration days, journal prompts, and meditation. So 30 minutes times 27 on average. I figured out, someone can do the math. I'm totally not into math today, but I'm pretty sure there's over 15 hours worth of content here. Plus we have the meditations and whatnot. I've got some more surprises coming your way over the next few days because the last lap means we've got to put in our all. It means we've got to show up more. It means sometimes we're like, oh, do I need to keep going? Yes, you do. To cross the line, to say, yeah, I committed. I did the thing. I stuck to something for 31 days. Even if you come in during, it's like, be like a manifest generator. Finish and then go rectify and go catch up. There is no linear, there's no linear structure in this actual 31-day upgrade because spirit and soul is not linear. We talked about the matrix a little bit yesterday in Einstein time and how we have time and space and we're like, I don't have enough time. I can't do that. Or people go, what time is your call? And I'm like, does time really matter? Right? I know we have to work around 3D things sometimes, like jobs, but I created a life where I can have my own job, my own business. It feels really weird even calling it a job or work because it's just so effortless and amazing and it's my life, really. But I can show up at any time and I love some of my clients in my communities will be like, it's 1 a.m, it's 4 a.m, it's 3 a.m. And if I do that, then obviously other people are going to do this. So we're going to talk about the humble hunger. So I want to celebrate. And if you're jumping on, come and say hello. Hey, Nyla. So good to see you. Who is here? Oh my God. I'm going to also start bringing people on camera. I'm going to bring my sister on camera. I'm wondering if she's going to do that with me tomorrow because I really want you guys to meet Amanda so you can meet the medium behind the scenes who we're giving away. We're giving a gift to. We're giving a reading away. And Amanda's a reader. Same with Stacey Nash, one of my magnificent mediums. And, of course, Kimberly from the team who is going to be giving away an astrology, human design reading. And these are all a part of just being in this community, filling out the PDF that we have had at the end. There's about 3 PDFs from week 1, 2, and 3. Sharing, taking screenshots and tagging me, letting people know, inviting 10 people, and you get to just continuously do that and it gives you more points. So you get to go into the drawer to win a reading with one of my magnificent mediums, right? So, so much to say. Ego is massive. Oh, and FYI, I had to tell you, I'm a bit flushed right now. So I got up at 3:45, jumped on a call with my coach for 2 hours, and I have my son here, I've been doing all the things, right? And then I fell asleep on the end of my bed, just about to go live on here, and I just fell asleep in the sunshine, and I sunburnt my face. Real time, real life. Let's not pretend we're anything we're not. This is 40. Sunburn on this skin. No, 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 no. No, no. No. I'm too vain to get more sunspots. I don't want, so I'm like, I might look good now, a little bit flushed. Oh my goodness. So I just fell asleep like a cat on the end of my bed, like completely sprawled all over. And I'm just trying to wake up with a cup of tea because I had such an early morning. If you're jumping on, come and say hello. I reckon in the next couple of days, I'm just going to bring some random people on. How would that feel? Would you be keen for me to randomly bring someone on to see if anyone had any questions and go, hey, I thought you had a facial. Yeah. I was like, they might thought I just had a bit of a rendezvous. Hey, Stacey. Hey, Sarah. Celebrating you, Sarah, for joining the Secret Squirrels, which is basically the MM up level. They're working with me for 10 months. We've got some incredible things going on right now. Okay. Let's get into the training. So you can see in the description, I wrote a whole lot of stuff out as I came out of my little snooze, my little pussycat snooze on the end of my bed while I was getting sunburned with my beautiful 40-year-old face. And I had this clarity call with a client today who's joining MM, and I'm so excited for her. And the first question she said to me was, she said, I've got 2 questions. The first one is, I've just joined the spiritual membership. I'm a baby. I've just started coming into this stuff. I've just started learning the lingo. Like, I'm so new at this. Is MM going to be too much for me? Like, should I wait for the next round or whatever? And I said to her, can you hear me? Can you actually hear me? Like when I talk to you, because it's a very common question. Can you hear me? She's like, yeah. I'm like, do you understand me? She's like, yeah. And I was like, you're a perfect fit. So the biggest mistakes I've made with signing up clients is signing up clients that can't hear me, because it's kind of like talking in English and then talking in Chinese, and you're just what do you know what I mean? It's like a Catholic trying to talk to like I don't know, a spiritual new age hippie about their beliefs. It's kind of like you can kind of get it. So the biggest thing is, can you hear somebody, right? So I said to her, yeah, well, you can hear me and your soul isn't new. I'm just here to help you remember who you are. There is no level when you come into MM. It's a very high level, incredible program, but of course there's no level. It's people come in. I've got Catherine Gordon who's doing it again, celebrating her. She's come into Secret Squirrel as well, working with me for 10 months and in this way. And so she's upgraded in there and she's doing it for the 3rd time. So I have people that do it 3 or 4 times. I have people that go like, I've just come off the boat. I'm fresh off the boat. I'm fresh out of the womb. Like, am I ready for this? And they have a humbleness to them. And they're asking, am I ready for this? Because I didn't know what a chakra was last week. And it's like, who fucking cares? What we've known up until this point doesn't matter. And the mistakes that I've made in the past, which I had to learn from as a 3-5, always experimenting, is people that are like, I can't hear you, and then I'm constantly trying to communicate in a language that they don't know. And that takes up a lot of time. So energy is everything. And you can see in the description or in the post I wrote, when we are choosing, ego will always, just like fear's on one side, ego's on the other side, right? And we need both of them. We need our egos because we're learning and growing and expanding. And we need our fear to stop us running in front of the bus or taking on the tiger or trying to get in a fight with a man 5 times our size. Like we need that fear. We need that ego. Those are important parts of being human. But there's this humbleness and this hunger that we have. And most people are coming from need versus want. And my husband said to me about 2 years ago, he's like, need versus want, Victoria. Need versus, about 3 years ago, need versus want, when I was thinking about signing up with certain coaches or doing certain programs or whatever. And I'd be like, do I really need it? Oh, I don't. And the amount of times, especially as females, we say, oh, I don't really need it, so I won't get it. We've sacrificed. And when we're waiting for, okay, I'll wait until I need it. Wait until I go to the doctor, until I need to go to the doctor. Wait until I go to the dentist, until I need to. Wait until I go to the gym, until I'm looking in the mirror going, what did I do? I'm so unfit. You know, I haven't given myself any time to exercise. When we're coming from need and not want, the need has an attachment to it. It has a charge. Where ego is loud, need is very much loud, right? I need this. Where want is desire. I really, really want that pair of boots. I bought a pair of boots the other day. And I was like, I really want this pair of boots. It's like, they're a couple $100. Oh, it's 25% off. I really want them. And I was like, I tried them on. I sat there. They felt good. They're the last size, the perfect fit. And I fall into this too all the time, right? We never get to perfect. We're always experiencing things. And then I went home and I was like, look, there's boots I really want, but I don't really know if I need them. And Luke 3 years ago would have said, you don't need them. Just use your sneakers. You know, I've got plenty of sneakers. It's the one thing I do invest in, the sneakers, because I like to run and exercise. So look after my feet, right? And I said, oh, I don't really need them. And he goes, Victoria, go buy the fucking boots. You're not in scarcity. You're in abundance. If you want something, you want it. Do I really need the boots? No, I can kind of dry my sneakers every time I go for a walk on the grass. But these boots, I started doing the pros and cons. They're going to last me, last me a couple of years. I went into justification and then I was like, oh, I can't be bothered justifying. I just won't get them. It's too tiring justifying why I need them. And when Luke said, go get the boots, the next day I went and got the boots. I put the boots on. They're amazing. They're really comfortable. They're literally like gumboot boots, but you know, those expensive ones that everyone's getting right now. So they're kind of trendy. And I'm really, really happy every time I look at my little gumboots. And I've worn them once down to the guinea pig cage. My point being, like, Luke's changed his perspective. He's like, you really, really want it? You go get it, because we can't afford to be, and I need something. The energy, you know, when a friend is like, I really need you, please help me. I'm now like, please don't need me. Drop all expectations. Come because you want to. I want to go for a walk on the beach with my friend because I want to see her. I want to invite my friend over for dinner because I want to see her. I am going to go to a retreat because I really want to go. I don't need it. I basically live in a retreat, you know. Thank you, Sarah. I'm practical. I'm very practical. You won't see me wearing stilettos, but you'll see me wearing gumboots and wearing hoodies all fucking day long, right? With my hair tied up, and I haven't even brushed it. So want versus need is really important. And when you're choosing something, because you all have to make decisions, big, bold, hairy, expansive, crazy decisions and choices, because you are expanding beyond your parents. To honor your parents, you have to evolve past them. So we can't blame them for not evolving as fast as we are, because that's the whole freaking purpose. And I hope my kids outgrow me. And I hope they have some compassion for me, right, with my ignorance of whatever. But when we think we need something and we start getting loud, I need. And we want to do anything till we get it, and we start fighting with our partner. I really, really want this. I really, really need this. How dare you hold this back from me? That's pure ego. Now, when we come from, I really, really want this. I want to go to this retreat, or I want those boots. That would feel so good if I could have that. If I could have that. You know, for me, I love investing in experiences. My husband likes investing in material stuff. He got a new a truck. I don't give a shit about new trucks. My car is filthy on the outside and the inside. Literally. It is filthy because I'm like, let's go to the beach and there's sand everywhere and oops, I spilled my coffee accidentally. Whoopsie days, there's crumbs in the back. I'm like, oh man, I'm that person. Don't buy me a brand new car, please, unless I'm getting it valeted every single freaking week. So I don't really see massive amounts of, I'm not like, new things. You know, this is like a $10 top, right? But I value experiences. I value paying a lot of money for coaching, for self-improvement. You know, I hate that word, but like for experiences, expansion, consciousness, to do the thing. But paying the money won't get you the results. Paying the money for those boots, I still have to wear the boots and walk in the boots. They're not going to do anything by themselves. The coach isn't going to do anything unless you take the moves, right? Oh my goodness, I'm sorry, Spirit is here. My nose is like really itchy. Spirit's been around a lot because I'm really in my mode, slowing down, doing lots of running, bringing in these new offers, these new people. I'm so excited. So, want versus need. We've been tricked into thinking we need, and even those around us that love us can do that. So this is two examples, right? So there was a coach about 3 years ago, and I liked her messaging, and they were making, I don't know, a lot of money, like 30-day cash days, a day, like one day, $30,000 cash, whatever. So I got really pulled in by their manipulation, their messaging, telling me that, you know, this is how you do it. It's so freaking easy. Jump on a call with me. I did that, and then I got basically bullied into signing up, which I thought, this is it. These guys have got the key. I'm going to make my millions of dollars, and then I can impact the world. It was loud. It was so loud. And then I said, my husband goes, I don't think so, babe. I don't think this person has the key. And I go, no, it's the vibration, it's the key, it's the energetics. And he goes, well, I can't argue with that, can I? And I was like, this is it, Luke, this is it. I have to do it. And it was hungry, but it was loud hungry, not humble hungry. So what I did, and let me know if this is resonating with you guys, because I am like literally just very expanded right now. I'm riffing and pulling it all in. And it was so loud hungry that I did it, and I invested 15,000, I think, USD in pay in full, which was the biggest investment I'd ever made up until then. And they're like, you need to pay in full, pay now, let's go. It was for 5 weeks. It was for 5 calls. And it was what we call shadow coaching. It was dark coaching. So what they did is they showed me basically a strategy to get into the DMs and then out argue, like what do they do in court? Like debate why that person should work with me and me not work with. It was so fucked up. I didn't do it. I did not do it, but so many people got pulled into it. And it was dark, man. Within like 3 days of me trying to get my head around it, I was on the couch. This was about 3 years ago. I was on the couch and I froze. And my husband goes, babe, don't worry about the money. Get the lesson and get what you can out of this without, like, what are your lessons? And I learned something so amazing. And that was, the craziest thing is, what came out later on is my coach came out and said, oh my God, I was a part of this. Basically, it was like a culty thing. And the chick above my coach knew all of her clients and was telling her what to say to us. And then I said to this chick, I can't do this. This is so against me being a projector. I can't be in the DMs. Just like, this is insane. This is crazy. This is not love and light. This is manipulation. And they all came out and said they got basically bullied into it. I didn't. And I knew I would never, ever, ever be that coach. I will never make someone buy from me. But my ego was so loud. And I swore after that I would always say to my husband, hey, I'm thinking about this. What do you think about this? Like, ultimately, I'll do what I want to do because I always do. But this feels really good. I would really like to go to this retreat or sign up to this coach and pay it this money. And I really want this. And Luke will always say, well, go for it. He'll be like, do you really want it? Yeah, I do. If it's loud and emergency, I'm like, let's just let this settle and see what happens. The now is ego, but the humble hunger, like I'm hungry for it. I'm so hungry to be coached, to learn, to expand, that I show up at 3:45 in the morning for coaching sessions. I show up at 3:00 in the morning. I'm hungry, but I'm humble because I didn't fight my husband to sign up to the next thing. I said, babe, this is something I really want to do. Can you help me make it happen financially? So there's a difference between this like loud ego and hunger. Loud hunger, I'll do anything it takes, and how dare you, like not let me do this. And like Luke couldn't stop me from signing up to this shadow coach who I knew straight away because she didn't know me. She didn't give a shit about how I was feeling. I told her I was actually freaking out, burning out, and actually having panic attacks and anxiety, which I hadn't experienced for years. And Luke said, this is not healthy for you. You need to stop right now. And I did. And I was like, well, I'll never see that money again, right? But I learned the biggest lessons ever. And that's the type of coach I want to be. And then what I've signed up to after that and everything I've chosen, even to the house that I live in, it felt, this house, we weren't like, we want it, we have to get it. We were like, we're going to do everything we can because we're hungry for that house. Very, very hungry for the house. We will meet the universe halfway. Actually, I'll meet the fucking universe all the way because I'm hungry, but I'm not going to micromanage, and I'm not going to force something and create disruption in my family, in my household. I'm not going to do that. I've got these standards. So I don't sit back and go, if it's meant to happen, it will happen. Fuck that. I know, some of you right here, right now, can see little faces, have invested in me and gone, this is a stretch, Vic. Whether it's 2,000 or 10,000 or 15,000, this is a stretch. And I'm freaking out, right? And I'm like, I know. But how do you feel? How do you feel? And they're like, excited, but scared, but excited, right? And it always just gets better and better and better and better. And you just kind of, you just rise up. So anything, we just need to really look into the energy of I'm hungry for it. I'll show up for it. I had a client once who really wanted my attention, and she messaged me. She's like, I really want your attention. And I'm like, well, do you have a question? Because in my one-to-one space, come to me with a question, not because you want to take my energy, right? I'm a projector, I'm a guide. I'm not here to fuel you. In fact, you give me energy and then I guide you, and that's the energetic exchange. And she signed up to 2 other coaches that I know. So she had 3 of us, which we do similar things. Obviously, we're in our niches, but we do similar things. And I said to her, you're one-to-one with me. Why'd you get all the other coaches that do the same things? And she goes, I just want your attention. I want attention. And she had this point of view, and I really adored her, but she was in her ego because she thought the more money she paid and paid all these high-level coaches, even though she didn't have any money, and it was creating really a lot of dysfunction in her family, she thought that would make her successful. And I can tell you now, paying money doesn't make you successful. Buying the boots doesn't make you a better walker, or the sneakers, or whatever, like the gym membership. The gym membership is stagnant. Money is stagnant if you don't use it, right? These are all tools. Nothing is going to get you to your dreams and desires. Everything is a tool, unless you are willing to go, and right now in one of my containers, I'm like, okay, guys, what is your challenge? What challenge are you giving yourself? Because, one of my beautiful clients said, I will sign up one-to-one if I'm a guaranteed business at the end of the year. And I said, I can't guarantee you fuck all. But I will guide you if that's what you want to do. I'll help you if that's what you want to do. But I can't guarantee you anything. I can't guarantee you'll be the best medium, or you'll have a business, or you'll be making multiple 6 figures like I am, or like yesterday was a 5-figure day. I can't guarantee you anything because I can't make you do anything, and I won't make you do anything because I'm a good coach. I'm a good empowerment coach. I'm here to help you, but I don't work with people under base level. I work with people that are regulated, ready to rise to do the work, right? So that's why I say, well done when people show up or watch the replay. Oh my God, even watching the replay, oh my God, well done. Like, I find it hard to watch replays. That's why I get up at 3 a.m. I can watch the replay, but I'd rather show up live because it's live. I feel that scared but excited just about being a spiritual member. Exactly. So everyone's got their different levels because we all start somewhere. And Trisha has joined the spiritual membership whilst on this challenge. And yeah, $22 a week. That can be a stretch when you've got little kids and you've got things going on and all the things, right? It's a stretch. I get it. It used to be a massive stretch for me now. Back in a few years ago when my kids were little and I actually couldn't even afford a fucking coffee. So $22 a week would have been completely out of the question. But then I started asking, like, what am I hungry for? And I brought the humbleness in. So if you're joining now, I'm just going to repeat this, like this humble. And read the post that I wrote. I haven't edited it, so it's probably a bit shit. But humble hunger is I'm hungry for something and I'm willing to do the work for it. And I'm not willing, like I'm willing to do the work for it. I know Sarah's like, I've got to add some more massages in. I'm taking the plunge. This is going to happen. I'm in tears. I'm freaking out, like, because I want to work with you. And I know that, like, I quite often cry as well. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so excited for you. I know this is a stretch. I got you. You got you. That there is a humble hunger. I want this so much. Not a desperation of, I need this, right? It's a totally different attachment. And that is a difference. Well, when the energy is ego, it is just like, you end up finding that you're fighting with people, that you're like, I'm going to do this no matter what anyone fucking says, blah, 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 and you push too hard, right? So when I got this house, I didn't even try to get this house. I was sitting over there on a park bench, just about to have a picnic with my family, saw an open home sign, walked straight over, stood in the house. No one was here because I live in there's like not many people. There's 150 people that live in this whole entire village that I live in. And most of them are holiday homes. And I literally stood here and we were like, this is our new home. Fuck. Didn't know the price of it. So the price isn't the first thing I went for. We were just like, this is it. If the universe can help us out and we will do everything it takes in our power. We were humble and we knew if this house wasn't ours, then it wasn't ours. Where in the past when I've really fought and fought, I'm gonna get that thing. Like all of a sudden me and my husband get wonky. I start feeling sick. I'm in my head because I've overthought it and I'm trying to micromanage the universe. So want versus need is a really simple concept. I really wanted to talk about ghosts and spirits today, but I think we might talk about that tomorrow if my spleen allows me to. I really wanted to talk about this because people are starting with what's happening. We've come into Leo now, and it's definitely the energy of the power moves. And I know when Catherine signed up to the Secret Squirrel deal for the alumni, so she's doing again, and she gets Oracle. She gets to come into my mastermind for 6 months. So if you've done before and you want to redo it, get a whole lot of stuff, message me. It's an insane deal. It's like working with me for nearly a whole year for fucking so cheap, but from what I usually charge. But she was like, this is a power move because this second half of the year, like, it's my year. I'm going for this. The minute she signed up, she got paid $600 from a client and she got 2 more signups for her very own freaking programs. When she first came to me, she was like, oh yeah, she came to my retreat that I was hosting, like a day retreat. And she's like, oh yes, I'm interested in these things. And she did It's her 3rd time. She came into all my things. She's come in, I think, the first round of Reborn. She's come into my masterminds and 1-to-1 containers. And now she has her own freaking business. Like soul activation, I think it is. I get confused. My sister's got Soul Essence. So they've got similar names. But like, she's humble hungry. I'm hungry, but I'm humble and I'm willing to do what it takes. It's quiet, but at the same time, it's unstoppable. When you're running a half marathon, You're not screaming the whole time going, look at me, whoa. It's not for show. It's like you're focused, you're running, you're step by step. You don't start from the start line and just bolt and go, look at me, right? You're like, I'm going to pace myself, but I'm going in this direction. I'm going to continuously do this. What is my next step? The 42K is my next step. I've got 21K coming up. I haven't been training enough, but I'm continuously moving towards my goals and stuff. And sometimes you got to put a bit of fuel injection in to speed you up. For me, I don't want to do things slow. I want to collapse the timelines. And that's where we've really got to watch our ego, because the ego is like, now. And I'm like, I want it all now, being splenic, being a seeker. But I'm also like, I'll do everything in my possible power. I do programs all the time. I do learning all the time. Today I was meant to be doing remastering videos, but because I have the humble hunger approach, I had the clarity call with my client who's coming into MM. I'm so excited. And then I fell asleep. And I realized that having a sleep today and learning from my coach this morning is enough for today. So I don't beat myself up for not doing enough, because I am enough. And that is being humble. That is knowing that I've done enough. I still stick to my challenges that I give myself. There's important versus urgent, right? And all of us tend to go urgent. We shouldn't be doing the urgent first thing in the morning. We should be doing the important things. We should be doing the important things, which is working on ourselves. We shouldn't be opening our emails and getting straight into emails and trying to fix things or pay bills or looking at problems. We should be coming into our future self. And how do we align to our most powerful future self? My future self has a nap when she needs a nap. Tomorrow morning, I'll probably wake up early on a Sunday and I'll start recording. I will do me. I will shine my brightest light. I'll do whatever I want to do. So needing versus wanting, we've always been told that we're selfish if we want too much. Be grateful for what you've got. Money doesn't grow on trees. Well, it fucking does, actually. Oh my God. I so need a bite. So does apples. Apples grow on trees. So I crack myself up at how crazy I am. So it gets to be easy when you get out of your own way. We must learn and integrate, like I talked about yesterday. And we all have different paces. But quite often, if we're too humble, we hold back. And it's when we do invest. It's when we do take those big, brave, courageous, freaking moves. Courage is my word of the year. And I didn't really know what courage meant. And then now I've learned that. And I was talking about this in my Amplify Mastermind. Today I did a riff and I was talking about, consistency creates confidence, but we have to have the courage to step forward and move. Those of you that are showing up, and if it's a stretch even listening to this, I honor you. Those that join the spiritual membership, that's a stretch, or shouting someone a coffee, like, I honor you. It's all the same. It's all the same feeling, right? Wherever we're coming from, I need to lose weight. I need to go to the gym. Is I'm frozen? I need. I don't fucking need to do anything. I choose to go to the gym. I choose to lose weight because I want to be lighter on my feet when I run. I choose to go and see my friends. I choose to have the nap. I get to do this because I can do recordings any other time. Might get the urge at 8 o'clock at night and then I'm unstoppable until 12. Like, I get to live my life. I get to invest in coaches. I get to choose to read books. Investing in books used to be a really big deal, buying books for me. I was like, oh my God, $30 on a fucking book. So, it's really, really important to practice humble hunger. Am I doing as much as I could be right now? Is it a big deal for me to wake up at 3 a.m? Not that big a deal anymore. If you asked me to do that 5 years ago when I was still recovering from burnout, it would have been a big deal and it would have probably broken me and I wouldn't have advised it. So we need to know what our own limits are. I will get up at crazy times and go to bed at crazy times, and I will make sure I get enough sleep because I understand how I can look after myself, because I've got the humbleness, I honor my human, and I don't put other people above me. And when I did it that one time and I invested and did these things this person wanted me to do, I broke, my human broke before I was even able to follow through, right? So this is like being kind of like a coaching session today. What have you got from this? I want you to put your favorite frame down below, favorite frame. Want versus need. What is humble hunger? What is like ego hunger? Like, what are the things that have popped for you today? It's kind of an advanced training today because I really wanted to talk to the energy. And once I jumped on a clarity call with this beautiful lady today who's decided to come into it was very much like, she's like, am I ready for this? And I'm like, you totally are ready for this. I'm more worried about the people that come in and go, you know what, I've been a medium for 30 years and I don't think you can teach me anything. I'm like, okay, maybe I can't, because are you teachable? Are you coachable? You know, my programs are not like any program you would have ever done because I channeled it from the galactic. You know, I knew nothing before I was 33. So I'd love to know in the chat box, what has popped up for you today? Has something dropped in? This is a bit of a subconscious reprogram as well. So I'd love to know. So I'm just sitting here waiting for comments. Wow, I've sworn I'm not going to have any more coffee today, so I'm feeling a bit sleepy. So we're going to leave that there. Humble hunger. Humble hunger. You're allowed to be hungry and you're allowed to be humble. And I always say this, but when we bring alignment, what alignment is its humbleness and its power. And this is what my guides told me. You grab humbleness and you grab power and you put it together. If you've got too much power and you don't have humbleness, you're going to the level of ego where you're like, I'm amazing. I know all the fucking things. You're not very coachable. You don't have a growth mindset. You're a fixed mindset, where if you are in too humble, it's like, I'm afraid, I'm scared. Like, oh, what if it doesn't work? I'm not good enough. And I don't know about time. I don't know about money. We go into the linear, the brain, and therefore they're both levels of ego. So we bring humbleness in. I'm humble to learn. Let me learn and come in as a student. So no matter what I do, any programs I go into, even if it's something I've learned about, like say chakra system or whatever, or something energetics, which is, I know it, you know, I come in like I know nothing. And I think that's really important. It's the first thing I say in come in with open ears, fresh eyes, fresh ears every time, because come in humble, but come in hungry. Yeah. And being humble is being grateful. That's so true. I don't take dare of my wants enough. If it's not a need, I don't get it. I want you to sit with that, following my gut and not my ego with coaching. I'm allowed this because I fucking want it. I'm allowed the apple because I want it. Like, you know, like, it might not be a great example. I'm allowed to do what I want to do. I'm allowed to be beautiful and rich and conscious and in love. I don't need those things. I am allowed the nice car, you know, even though it's messy and all the things. I'm allowed to buy my husband a boat, pay in full in fucking cash because I can, because I want to, right? Does he need a boat? No, he doesn't. He can go on his friend's boat. But he's allowed it because he wants it. He doesn't need it. So want versus need, you know, you'll see us walking around and we'll look homeless. But we've got a brand new boat and a brand new truck. I'm sorry, I've got an itchy bite on my foot. Oh my God, must have been bitten while I was sleeping and getting sunburn. Okay, guys, keep it real, stay humble, but stay hungry and go after what you want. And this is why I will never try to convince and persuade somebody to work with me. The minute someone starts saying, convince me, I'm like, no, I would love to work with you if you would love to work with me. But ultimately, it's up to you, right? So I've got to tell you guys this now, before I log off for the day, but I've opened up my day tomorrow for 15-minute clarity calls. If you want to ask me questions about magnificent mediumship, if you want to see if you're a fit for okay? You don't need a sales call, clarity call. I call them clarity call because I'm never going to try to sell, but you don't need a clarity call to jump into the membership. That's $22 a week. I don't take calls for that because that's kind of a no-brainer. Go read the sales page, right? But for a lot of people do have those questions or they just want me to help them push the button. It's like, can you help me push the button? Because I don't get like the freak out mode. People often they'll jump on a call and be like, yeah, I'm in. And then I'm like, where did they go? Where did they go 3 days later? And they're like, oh, want versus need, So if you want me to push the button with you, if you want to jump on to see if you're a fit, if you've done and you want to know about the alumni deal and working with me where you get to come into my mastermind and my new program, then of course, I'll pop the link in here. Oh, such a good live. I'm so glad you made it to Erin. And the after party's happening today. My mission was to create an event. If it's not done today, it'll be done tomorrow. And we're going to be able to see everyone's faces. We're going to have hot seat Q&As. We're going to have light language. We're going to have readings. It's going to be extravaganza. It's going to be a party. And it's going to be on the 2nd of August. Okay, so make sure you come to that. It's going to be next level. I'm going to announce the 4 freaking winners. It's going to be a party. I actually think I'm going to get balloons, Erin. I actually think I'm going to get balloons. I don't know about helium. I don't know where to get that from, but it's going to be balloons. I'm sure of it. And probably cacao and Blue Lotus. So we're going to have a party, an after party, because we have come together. At the very minimum, we have come together, even if you've made 3 or 4 lives, even if you've just jumped on here and go, what the fuck is this chick about? Like, there's the guide section. Go binge it. Go binge it. We've got over 15 hours. I have to do the math, but we've got hours and hours and hours. Like, I have literally put so much energy into the channeling of this content for you, and you have showed up. So we need to celebrate that and party that. I will be telling you about on the call. I'll be telling you about it, but I'm never going to push you to buy, right? Maybe if you're sitting on the fence, maybe I'm just going to push you off the fence gently and answer your questions. But if you want your life to transform, if you're ready to expand even more, this upgrade is a little taster. This is the cherry on top. The is the fucking dessert, right? Okay, guys, I'm gonna love you and leave you. Oh, we're a party up, and yeah, you will. Oh my God, let's have more parties in the spiritual membership as well. Okay, guys, thank you so much for being here. I always love to hear from you. If you've been watching a replay, let me know your thoughts. I go through and I read all of the messages. I don't get around to commenting to all of them. Thank God we've got Kim from the team, but I simply am working on my genius and my craft of channeling. I'm not sitting on my phone all day. So I go through and I read them, and I'm sending everybody lots of snippets of love, and I heart them as well. And if you're still here and you've been here from the beginning, hi motherfucking 5. Okay, guys, lots of love. I'll talk to you soon.